Hey guys, what's going on? RJ here with you for a Street Fighter Duel unconventional video. Now, I had to get my spectacles on so I could properly read what's going on. What I got here on the screen for you guys is the Sensor Tower monthly revenue report, which is posted in Gacha Gaming by user NumberLockBS. And he does this every month, so I have this pulled up here, and just to show you guys, I just want to point out a couple of numbers. At the top here, you know, the red ones are Japan, so I'm not really including them, but Uma Masume, they killed it. But Genshin Impact, you know, 47 million, Nike 28 million, then we got Summoner's War here at 14 million. And that's you know, Epic 7, 4 million, and down here we got Princess Connect. They only pulled in 100,000. Now I'm going to talk about that in a little bit, but just, you know, we'll keep that there. And then over here on Sensor Tower, we got Street Fighter Duel. Now this is all of their versions, Android and Apple, and A Plus and Crunchyroll. When we add it all up, they made about $10 million this month. That is a ludicrous number. Now the point of this is that this game has a very, very healthy cycle ahead of it. If this game came out, you know, maybe 2-3 million, that would be expected. But it wouldn't have as long of a life cycle as I think we're going to see. On top of the $10 million that they made, they also had, what's this, 2.4 million downloads. So it also has a very active player base. I don't think, you know, when we had the Budo battle, it was showing, you know, like a ridiculous number of players on global. I think it honestly hit, you know, 800,000 players that chose a different side on global for the Budo battle. And I don't think that that's a really ridiculous number. Is that actually showing up? I hope that's showing up. Hope it's actually showing the search. I'll have to see that after. But that is $10 million. Now the thing that why I think this game has a very long life is because of the money it's made, pretty much. But when people see Princess Connect going down, there was a lot of chatter about, you know, this is what's going to happen to Street Fighter Duel, and then they point to My Hero Academia, the strongest hero, and say, well, they're going to close that one down too, and this and that. Well, Street Fighter Duel is like their poster child, and it's one of the new wave of games that's coming in, and something that a lot of people don't, I think, know. But back in August 9th of 2021, so about a year and a half ago, Sony actually completed an acquisition of Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll was owned by AT&T, and Sony bought them for $1.2 billion. And I always thought that for some reason Crunchyroll bought Funimation, and that's why on the Crunchyroll site we see a lot more Funimation animes, but it's actually the other way around. Sony owned Funimation, and they bought up Crunchyroll, including the subsidy Crunchyroll Games. Now the thing is, why this is important is My Hero Academia, the strongest hero, and Princess Connect, if we look at their games, okay, this is the wiki for Princess Connect Dive, and when we look at when it was actually released worldwide, that would have been on January 19th of 2021. So that was actually before the Sony acquisition. And if we go and look at the Google Play Store and see when My Hero Academia was released, that was in May 19th of 2021. That was before the Sony acquisition. So I'd say it's safe to say that My Hero Academia is probably going to get shut down. I don't think it's had an update in 8 months. I think they've just been running it, but it's still profitable enough that they haven't closed the servers yet for whatever reason. But this is all pre-Sony era. After Sony acquired them, they've only put out a handful of games, and Street Fighter Duel being their flagship game. You know, the problem with Princess Connect is, if we go back to Sensor Tower, they only brought in $100,000, and the thing is with Princess Connect, Crunchyroll Games doesn't outright own Princess Connect. They're, I'm fairly certain, licensing it from Psy Games. And they have to pay server costs, they have to pay staff costs, they have to pay licensing fees. They're probably making about 20 bucks off of Princess Connect, if that. I can see why they shut it down. When you see how much revenue they made, and then there's Psy Games on the side wanting their money, and then, you know, you gotta pay staff and whatever, it's gone, and it was probably signed, like the contract for them was signed before Sony took over, so Sony probably wanted to drop this off, and whatever's happened behind the scenes has probably given them reason to actually drop it off at this point. And I'm sure the same thing's going to happen to My Hero Academia, because when that game closes down, I know I'm going to hear the same things going on Reddit and other places. And don't be worried about Street Fighter Duel shutting down, because Street Fighter Duel is their poster child, it's their baby. They're going to take care of it. I can see it having a good 3-year, 4-year lifespan, if not actually longer, especially with the kind of numbers that it's pulling. And I don't see it going down that much in the next month, unlike some other people that have said, yeah, it's, you know, this was a one-off, they're probably going to make a whole lot less. I'm not sure, you know. I think there's a lot of players, and when you have that many players that they do, a whole bunch of dolphins actually drive your revenue up. Like, it's nice to say, you know, the whales are leading the charge, but if the whales are only spending about 30k a pop, you know, and how many whales truly are there, they're a drop in the bucket compared to what Street Fighter Duel's actually making. So, you know, the couple of whales that took off and refunded and said, oh, we got our 40k back, well, hell, they made 10 million. You know, that's more money than I've ever seen in my entire life, and they've made it in 1 month. So please don't be worried about the health of Street Fighter Duel. It is Sony's love child with Crunchyroll Games. I don't see it going anywhere. And the funny thing is about AT&T, when they got their $1.175 billion, it actually said that AT&T expected to use the proceeds to help support its debt reduction efforts. So AT&T, you know, it's in debt, and it needed to pay off debt, so it sold Crunchyroll. So what did that say about Crunchyroll in the past, you know, having a parent company that was in debt? You know what I mean? I don't think Sony's that much in debt when they've bought up these companies. They plan to make money off of them, which is actually good for the game's stability going forward. Yes, they're gonna, you know, want to charge things, but if you can learn to curb your spending habits, play within, you know, what you can actually spend, and not go off the deep end with a gacha game, you can have an enjoyable experience for years to come. So support the game. You know, definitely, if you haven't done it, join up with the Street Fighter Duel official Discord. The link will be down below in the bottom. It's a great community, a great place to get advice, even a great place to ask for mercenaries. A lot of people are more than willing to help out, to give you a mercenary and whatnot. And you can also see all of the other creators in the creator content channel, which is a new link inside of the Discord, so you can check out other creators other than myself, and see what they got to say too. So I will see you guys in the next one, and I hope I ease some worries of this game going anywhere, because it's not. So I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Peace.